Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys all had a great holiday. We are going to be getting all of the Christmas decorations and stuff down and clean. My oldest daughter, Vivian, was helping mop. She did some dishes, and then after she just started mopping for me, and I was like, thank you. Didn't even have to ask her. But yeah, I'm just kind of showing what it all looks like before we take everything down. We had a great Christmas. And this is actually like a day or two before Christmas. And then I kind of show you some of the things we did over Christmas, like gifts and stuff. But here I'm going to be making little Christmas bouquets. I think it was like $4 or $5 at Walmart, this little carnation bouquet. And I ended up making one for my daughter's birthday, which is like the 28th after Christmas. And then I made one for Christmas. And then I was able to use it for my room after Christmas and the holidays and stuff. So that was kind of nice. They lasted a long time too, so I can't complain about that. I am feeling out of breath, so if I sound a little short breath during this voiceover, that's that. But yeah, this is what the Christmas bouquet or little arrangement looked like. This is a rose that I had from before. So pretty. And I just put that into another arrangement and left it out because it still had some life to live. So yeah, and I don't know, flowers just always make me happy. So I feel like it's not something I can always like extra afford, but when I can, I try to incorporate that for like the girls' birthdays, even Conrad and Chad's birthday. I try to get flowers and make like a flower arrangement for the table with their cake and stuff. I don't know. It's just something I've always liked to do. Yeah, so these were the pink carnations that I used for Vivian's birthday and stuff. And then the kids, this year, their grandparents, Chad's parents, gave the kids a certain amount of money, and I got them gifts with that money, but then I also spared $10 each from that budget, and then they had $10 to get themselves a gift and each other a gift from the thrift store, so like a couple dollars each. And that was them Christmas Eve opening up their gifts, and then they wanted Chad and I to open up gifts that they got us, doing the same thing. And we got our PJs, our Christmas PJs, the night before. So that was pretty cool. That lip gloss I was showing was something that I had wanted on my list. So Chad like picked that out with the girls. That was kind of nice. He got me another one for Christmas too. And then the girls got vanities from my aunt and uncle. And Conrad got a little toy tractor. That was him pushing it over on his sister. So yeah, they got them those bigger item gifts this year, and that was like a big blessing. We were super, super happy about that. Veda's never had a vanity. Vivian had a vanity. She got one last year for Christmas, but it kind of kept coming apart, and then when we were in the process of getting the house ready, we gave it to our neighbor, and her dad's handy and he fixed it up. So it still lives on, but she needed one that fit her room a little bit better anyway, so she picked out the one on Amazon. And then Chad made the entire Christmas dinner. Vivian set everything out and made the spread and set up the table. So I got that. And then this was the night before Vivian's birthday. I didn't record us taking down everything from Christmas, but this is just showing you all of the stuff that we got packed and put away, and then we cleaned all the surfaces down again. I haven't in years past like taken everything down before her birthday, but this year she was having friends over to do like a spa themed birthday party, and I just wanted it to be a little less clutter, and the tree took up a lot of space in the living room, and I knew that's where I wanted them to do their pedicures and stuff. So these are the little pedicure foot baths I got. I went to Dollar Tree and got all of this stuff. So I'm going through wrapping her birthday gifts. Chad and I were watching Blades of Glory while I was doing this. And then I was putting together the gifts for the friends that came and stuff, party favors. So yeah, this is what the table looked like when she woke up the next day. She was super pumped. And then in here, I started setting up where I wanted the pedicure station to be. And I let her and her friends decorate. Her one friend came a little bit early, and they helped decorate a little bit more with her before her other friends arrived. But in the morning, we had her open up her gifts before her friends got there, so the table could be cleared. I did like a couple boxes where I just put a lot of like things that were similar together. Like she got these new slippers, and I got her some makeup and skincare, and this cute like see-through makeup bag. So that kind of matched her slippers. And then I think I got some more like bracelet things and like a picture frame with some of her favorite colors, like glass stained, and some gymnastics clothes. So yeah, she was loving it, and her little sister was holding her new baby that she got. That was a gift from my aunt as well. And then my mom and Chad's mom gave gift cards and cards, so she was really happy about that. This was the end of her birthday party. They were dressing up and after all the spa stuff. But yeah, she said it was an amazing birthday, and the kids were really good. 2 of them ended up staying over for a sleepover. Last minute, their mom said it was cool. And now I'm just documenting my 30 weeks pregnant. And then we went to put all of the Christmas stuff we had stored in the mudroom, down at the guest house. This was like after New Year's and stuff. And then that table that we started, we grouted half of it. I wanted to grout the other half because my pregnancy self is nesting and wants things finished. So we rearranged all of the Christmas decor and the fall decor onto the one side of this room. And then we put the heater up and heated. I think it was like 8 degrees that day. Chad was like, "You're crazy." And I don't disagree. I was crazy. But it was just something that I wanted to be done. I don't know, like, whenever we sell, I would be taking this table with us. But I don't know if we'll be doing showings soon or if we'll be doing them around the time Juniper's here and stuff. And I just would rather the table be finished. And then if his mom comes out when she's born to help with the kids and stuff, once I get home from the hospital, they might stay in the guest house. So I just wanted the table and stuff to be done for that as well. And I didn't want to have to do it right before or right around. Because now I think we're down to like 9 weeks until she's here. So closer to, I know my energy level and everything's going to be like dwindling at this point. So closer to, I'd rather it just be stuff like her nursery and hospital bag, that kind of stuff, and have most of this kind of stuff done. So when we were going through totes, I was organizing all the Christmas stuff, but I was also pulling out like regular stuff and getting spring stuff around. This is the dinner Chad made of me. It was amazing. Had to document that. And then those little gifts were gifts that were on my registry that my friend Katrina sent me from Michigan. She ordered them and had them sent to me. She was sweet. I love those little slippers. She got Conrad these little black slippers for his birth gift. And she said she used them for her youngest and loved them, like especially for wintertime when they like to kick off their shoes or their boots and stuff. It's just easier to get them out of the house, and I agree. So I put them on my registry for Juniper too, and she got them, and I was happy. So now I'm just doing dishes and trying to get all of that caught up. And yeah, dishes are fun. I'm still looking for a dishwasher. I don't know. I might look into getting our dishwasher fixed because we do have one down at the guest house, and I don't know how much it would cost to get it fixed, but it might be easier just bringing that one up. But we shall see. So I decided to take a little social media break for a little while. I do this like once or twice a year. I feel like it just helps me like focus on goals and just like being in the moment. And sometimes I feel like there just gets to be a whole lot of like checking my phone or being on social media. And it's not like it's adding to my life a whole lot. So I like to take breaks, and I feel like it does help like mental clarity. And I've been getting back into my devotionals and journaling, and that's like definitely beneficial for my mental health. And if you're not from an area that has like the winter seasons, like harsh winter seasons, you might not know like the seasonal depression thing, but it's definitely real. So, if there's like any little thing I can do to kind of help that and kind of teach my kids to manage it in a natural way, that's my goal. So like I have them take electronic breaks and stuff, and I feel bad because like during those times that I'm talking about minimalizing your time with that stuff and like being more engaged and being more creative and doing other things, I'm sitting there scrolling on my Facebook. So it's like I need to be the example too. So it's like a multiple things of why I like to do that. And like I said, I've done that for probably like 6 or 7 years now. I do like the benefits of it. I like seeing friends that are out of state or family and friends I don't see too often and getting caught up on their life without necessarily having to reach out specifically to each one. But I have found during the times that I do social media breaks, I end up being more intentional about my conversations with people. When I think about them or something reminds me of them, I'm more apt to reach out to them because I feel like I haven't seen or heard from them, and it sparks like a more deep conversation than if I were to just see them casually while I'm scrolling on Facebook and stuff. So I don't know. I think some of my family like gets worried when I do things like that, but I try not to be too into my thoughts about how everybody else feels about certain things. And I know like my husband, he's not one to be on social media a whole lot, but he definitely like tracks along like my posts and our family and stuff, and he's like always liking or commenting on those. And he says like when I take breaks, sometimes he just gets like sick of Facebook or bored of Facebook because of the same thing. And or he'll say like he misses seeing the pictures and stuff like while he's at work and stuff. But I do send him, like we talk while he's at work usually. So again, I guess if you're going to do things like that and all of that, you have to like balance out how to keep contact with other people. But I don't know. Let me know. Does anybody that is watching, does anybody do social media breaks or take time away from your phone? I don't know. I feel like it's more common now, but maybe more for like our generation, because it like gradually as we got older became more of a thing. And so we were able to have some memories where we didn't have as much social media. Some of that lavender I was picking up, we used for the pedicure soaking, and I'll probably use some for like some soaking tubs and all of that, but dishes got out of hand and it got knocked over, so that's why that was all a mess there. And yeah, so as you can see, like this countertop is starting to like lift and chip in a lot of different areas. So I feel like we're going to tile. Down in this cabinet that I just showed you where it's super messy was a bunch of tile that looks like those big white tiles behind me. We use those for the countertop and the island, and I think we're going to just go over the sink area and that little spot next to the stove, because everything's chipping, and when you put towels down or anything down in the dishes to set and dry, it like changes the color. It lifts up the color of the countertop and then it like dries out. But I think every time that happens, it's like lifting and it makes it easier for it to peel. So yeah, I think we're just gonna utilize the tile that we still have and do that, and I think it'll look a lot better, a lot finished, and then I won't worry so much about how long the dishes sit on the counter and all around just cleaning it and scraping things every time. It's like, I don't want it to chip off or whatever. And I ended up doing my hair this morning, and then that I was cleaning, and Conrad totally like pooped his diaper, got out of the diaper, it was all over the crib. So I was already kind of tired because I had done my hair, highlighted all over, toned all over, talked to my friend Mary from Chicago, and then dealt with the whole poop crib thing, and I was getting all the dirty clothes put together to do laundry later on. But I was determined to get this kitchen cleaned and get that section in that island cleaned out so that we could put all of those baby bottles and stuff under there. So like Juniper's stuff had a spot. I think like as we get a little bit closer, I might rearrange the cabinets and put the pots and pans on the bottom and put the bottle stuff up top, just so I'm not like having to bend down a whole lot, just because I will be having a C-section. At least that's what's planned, scheduled. So yeah, and Chad helps out a lot, Vivian helps out a lot, but it'll probably just be easier having that stuff a little bit more eye level or more accessible. Yeah, and then I still haven't gotten the oven cleaner, so this stove is not like squeaky clean, but we're getting it cleaner so it doesn't gross me out. Yeah. I still love the vintage stove too. That was the one that came with this house originally, and then we used it in the guest house when we lived over there for a year and fixed it up. Probably seen in like past videos if you've watched those. Our other stove that we moved in the guest house earlier in this video, that was the one we had up here for a while, and I did like the clear stovetop. It was easier to clean, but the oven stopped working like right before Thanksgiving, so we had to swap out our stoves. But yeah, getting these off that counter, they were there for like almost a week. And then they were in Juniper's room for a while. And I know this coming week I want to get her room more finished, especially now that I have the wall decals that my friend got me. So I'm going to an appointment today, and then I might thrift a little bit with Conrad, and maybe we'll find a couple more little things we need. And then, yeah, we'll be getting her nursery more squared away in the next video or two. But we still have to finish the closets too. That's another thing that I wanted to get marked off, was get all the kitchen stuff out and in a spot, which check, done. And then I want to get the closet in her room and Conrad's room finished, which is just a board that Chad has to cut and attach to the top so I can like store stuff on top of their closets. Yeah, so doing that. And then we brought this shelf down from the guest house. It was in the workout room / used to be a salon laundry room when we lived in it. But then I made it into a workout room, dance room, and it got a lot of like fly, I don't know, like, you know how flies leave those like little, I don't know, it almost looks like blood or something. It's so gross. But a lot of fly like spots from it this summer. So I had to clean that off. And then I ended up putting that in our bedroom. I think it's going to be good to have like extra shelving and stuff in our bedroom to put some of the baby stuff, because she'll be sleeping in our room the first few months. And her nursery is like right outside our room and stuff. So like I'll still have a lot of stuff by the changing table. But some of her things I do want in the bedroom, especially for the first month or so where you're like getting a breastfeeding routine down and I'm healing. Just want a lot of things more accessible. And then I feel like after that little month where you're like cozied in, at least I tend to want to be like out and about in all the other rooms of the house and stuff, because I'm so sick of my bedroom at that point. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, having the baby cuddles and stuff. So cleaning off all these surfaces. You can hear my son in the background trying to get this voiceover done so I can get this video up before he's completely done with his high chair, which I think is. And then all the laundry that I gathered during this day and the next day, that's like half of it's caught up on the couch right now that I need to fold, and then the other half I still need to do. But yeah, these are all those like fly spots and stuff that I was talking about. It's pretty gross. But yeah, it looks brand new by the time I'm done with it. I spray painted this like a couple years ago when we first moved in. Probably could have done like 2 coats. It was like a mint green, but I like the size of the shelf. I do have to see if I have any totes that fit it. But yeah, I'll have to see once I get it set up in my room in the spot I want and stuff. It's like in there kind of where I want it, but it needs to be fastened to the wall a little bit better. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to use it in my room or Juniper's nursery, but I think the shelf I have in there in her nursery is already like how I like it, so it'll serve its good purpose. Then this is the next day. I'm getting Conrad. I had the girls the night before. I told them to pick up their rooms, but this is like Conrad's closet after Christmas. And they picked up their rooms pretty good. This is where it was at. Vivian's room was a lot better, but she is older, so I expect a little bit more from her because she's gone through this several times. I did tell the girls, though, like, if they left toys and trash and stuff on the floor, like, trash, I guess not so much, because I went through and you can see I picked up, there was still a lot of trash and stuff, but the toys and stuff that, like, we just got, them being on the floor and, like, me tripping over them when I get Conrad up in the morning and stuff, I was, like, not gonna have that anymore. So I did say, like, whatever is too much for you to handle and you can't put away, I will be donating. And I don't know, some people might think that's mean or threatening to their kids, but it works because they do. And a lot of the times my kids will come down with a bag, like they did come down with a bag of stuff that they did want to donate. And we go through, we did that before Christmas. Yes, buddy. You can hear Conrad in the background. He wanted to come in and play with me now. But I'm just kind of spot shotting the messy little crumbs that are like along the edges. I did do a good sweep and clean like right before Christmas, but that was like a week or so before this. And then they brought up all their Christmas gifts and stuff. So yeah, it just got kind of messy. And when I go and do the big vacuum attachment, it doesn't really get close. So that's why I came through and did this. And then when I put Conrad up for a nap today, I can go back and just do the big vacuum over all their rooms. But yeah, his closet was definitely the worst. It had like just trash from his new clothes and like toys and stuff. And some of his clean clothes were just like put into totes because I had like Vivian take them up and she didn't really know where to put stuff. So I was just glad she like took it up when she did, and put it in the vicinity. So it's easier for me to organize. But like this, she left her crayons and most of them were broken out. So I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna throw those away. And I don't like being wasteful, but we do have an oversupply of crayons and I'm not even sure where she got those. They might have been like when she just got free from school or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking at their closets. They did a really good job. Like all in all, I'm like pretty proud. So I just grabbed the trash. Their dirty baskets are downstairs filled that I got to get caught up on. So that's why they just have dirty clothes on the floor in there. And so now I'm going through and putting his clothes away where they kind of belong. I didn't do major folding. One, because I was holding the camera in one hand, so I had one hand to do all of this with. But two, I was just more so trying to get things put in the right spot so I could do that little bit of vacuuming and clear and get all the trash out. And Conrad was also like, get me out of this bed. I am up for the day and I want to be out. So I was also fighting that little battle. Yeah, so some of these clothes he's already sized out or it fits him, but it's very holiday. So I put those in the donation pile and then I put his new toys in a little toy bin there. And then some cool little toys I found this year. And then, yeah, that's when I decided, it's kind of way too Christmassy and he's going to size out soon. He has a lot of cute clothes that he's sizing into. So let's make space for those. And yeah, I made one box donation and then the other box I used for trash. And then, this shirt, like he's worn a lot, and I love it. So I think I'm going to save it as like a memory shirt. And then that one, I'm like, oh, we can donate. He's worn that a lot. He's got a lot of other sweaters that he hasn't worn. His little Spider-Man backpack, I got that on clearance for like $1 or something. I don't know, $1.50 or $3. Like after school started, I thought that was cool. He loves backpacks and like lunch bags, anything that's like a little tote or something. He can like book around with him and put stuff in. He thinks is pretty cool. So I thrifted that John Deere. That's what he can put his little cars in to store it. But again, a lot of this stuff I'm stacking right there is stuff that when Chad puts the shelf on top of his closet, I can store some stuff up there and the floor won't be so like cluttery. And same with the side over there that I was clearing out, and I put all those totes right there. I want to put in a shelf or two for like extra linens for the kids and just like storage that's up off, so the floor is more cleared and you can vacuum easily and everything will just kind of have a spot and not just put to the side. But yeah, it started coming together. So there's a dirty clothes pile, a trash pile, and a donation pile. And this is after. I still have to go in and vacuum, like I said, but all in all, it's good. And the girls did most of their rooms themselves, and I'm very pleased for that. And yeah, so I picked up all this stuff before, but Conrad threw it back out because he's like, come and get me. But his room wasn't too bad to clean. And then this is the kitchen from yesterday. It stayed pretty clean. I was telling everybody after dinner, like, pick up after yourself. But yeah, have a great day, a blessed day, and I'll see you next time.